Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Virgo for February of 2019. We're 2 months into the year. For all of you that are new out there, I pulled 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We pull an angel card at the end of the reading. I couldn't get the word angel out of my mouth. At the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, my speech pattern is I speak as if I'm you. All of us Virgos, I guess, are Frankie for the time of this reading. Now, look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out, kind of an overall theme for us throughout the month. Now, I have a short message, and it said what it is cooperation is essential this month. So whatever it is that I'm investing, make sure I invest it wisely. So whether it's time, money, resources, whatever it is that I'm giving, make sure that I invest or give it wisely. We have good words. They're freedom and beauty and contentment, flexibility and balance. And I'm saying we're really going to need balance. We have 3 major arcanas in this reading this month. That's pretty amazing here. One on the bottom is the World card. It's a wonderful. I mean, this is the best card in the world. There you go. It's success in all of your endeavors. You are or you will be like on top of the world, and everything is available to us. Completion of projects. Maybe that's why our original message came out. Whatever it is we invest, do it wisely. Completion of projects, like attainment of any goals that we have, any aims, happiness, harmony. Whatever we do now at this time is going to be a success. Whether it's a career change, it could be a move to another place, it can be a new relationship, it can be recognition, rewards for our stuff, acclaim. It's the total end of the old cycle. So for those of us that it's been rough, it's the end of the cycle. It's freedom, like our word, contentment and balance, and the beginning of a new cycle for us. And that to me is really exciting. It's like we've kind of mastered the complexities in our life, in our own inner nature, and we kind of feel supported this month by our own inner resources, which is really an excellent place for us to be. It's a time when we feel like really like supremely self-confident. So for those of us that are thinking, I don't feel so confident, it's a time where it comes back to us. It's when you put your trust, when we have put our trust where it belongs, and that is in the higher power. So when we do that, we reap the rewards of it because we had done it. So for those of us that were thinking this is never going to end, put the trust, the faith in the higher power. And if we do, we reap the rewards. It's kind of like at this time, there's like all kinds of possibilities and opportunities that are available to us, and we're completely free, like our word freedom, to choose whatever pleases us, and we can make it work. We can make it work. What is it? I always think when I see this, what is it that we want? What is it that we want? Is it we want a better relationship with an old partner? Do we want a new job? this is the end of the rough time and the beginning of a new and better time for us. So what is it that we want? If things don't feel like that right now, I think if they didn't feel like that, I think I'd want to just turn it around and put my faith in the next step, right? In the next step. And whatever I'm using or I'm investing of my energy, I want to put it in the right direction because it's going to be valuable to me, over this next month here, because our next card here is the Emperor. And that is like dealing with established institutions, whether they're political, religious, this is leadership. The Emperor runs the entire country, runs the corporation, whether maybe we're going to the bank for some of us to get a loan and we're really worried about it, or maybe someone we love needs to adhere to the rules and regulations of a corporation, and I have to show myself like as a supportive member of it if this was my partner's company or something. But it could be for a lot of us going in and getting a new job, and this is a new boss. It's like established order, something that has rules and regulations that also go with it, and it makes it work and work fluently and work right. It's the Emperor energy is the best father I could ever have. The Emperor energy delegates. The Emperor knows who, if I'm being called forth to do something, the Emperor would know who possesses what skills, like to put them in the right appropriate place for the best value. The Emperor can go to war, but rarely does unless they are forced. They have the power, the authority. It's kind of like taking a stand. And if this is the end result, the Emperor is our word contentment. The Emperor listens to what everyone says, takes it all in, but the Emperor makes the final decisions and final choices. So I don't know where this is going to come down in your life. Maybe I want to be involved with this new corporation I'm buying for a job, or maybe I want to be involved more heavily in something that's social, like a social connection or a political or environmental thing. And I enjoy it and I like it and I want to be in it, or I want the job like in that position. And with our words here, freedom and the original message about cooperation being the key to everything this month, cooperating with this established energy may be very, very important to all of us on our movement forward. Now, if we're freeing ourselves with this world card for something which is possible, like say separation from employment or separation or divorce, the Emperor could be the person, the judge, in the court case, showing us it would be favorable because it grants us our freedom with our words, and now we can be more flexible, we can shine, we can be our beautiful self, if that is part of it. And I'm saying it in that way because of our next card is the Queen of Swords energy, and that's air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy, male or female. We may be being called forward to have this type of energy, or we may have experienced it. She's called the Queen of Separation and Divorce, bereavement. But what she represents, he, she, could be this person came in. She's the emotional component of the mental realm, if that makes any sense. I probably said it wrong. That's kind of what I'm hearing. She's very clear cut. She has the ability to tell it like it is. Normally, she has a sword out in front of her in my other deck, and she has a rope around her wrist that she's cut off. And her other hand is saying, come on, come over here. I'm the one that will decide, what happens and when it happens. Maybe some of us are being called forward to do that. She's, she's feminine, that kind of nature, but she is very, look at her face. Can I get the glare off of her? She's very stern. She's extremely composed. She looks like she has no feeling whatsoever. It represents our mind, our intellect's ability to judge and discern things like totally impartially. To note what is the best course of action, like that Emperor type energy. She wants to know why, when, who, what. She asks all the questions. She can connect things together with like an intellectual understanding, but she doesn't use her emotions. She can be look cold-hearted, but she's not. She is not. She just does, she wants the facts. She wants the facts only. It might be that we ourselves, need to become more independent in order to get that world card and our word contentment here and balance back in our life. Maybe we've been being way too emotional. Maybe we've been working too hard at the job we had or the partnership we had, and we're saying, I'm tackling the world, I'm out of here, that kind of thing. It's a card that tells us we need to use our intelligence, and we draw on every single piece of information and fact that we've gathered along the way. The Emperor knows how to discern things, who to use in what position, or how to move forward. And it tells us that our normal type compassionate energy, Virgo, is probably not going to be as useful to us as the facts and the facts only. So it's kind of with the Emperor card and the World card and the Queen of Swords energy in here. It's saying, think with our heads, not our heart this month. Think with our head, not our heart. And not let the emotion of the situation. I don't know where this is coming down on your lives. Maybe in your work, changing jobs. It could be relationship oriented. Don't, use the logic, use the facts to make the decisions. She, like I said in the beginning, she says it right out. She tells it like it is. She's quick. She's highly perceptive. She thinks on her feet like the King of Swords type energy. If this is an energy I'm dealing with, and it's outside of myself, me being called forward for something, you don't beat around the bush with the Queen of Swords. So remember, the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. Queen of Swords energy, you don't beat around the bush. You are honest, and you are upfront with your opinions, and you expect the same out of others. So if this is an outside force that I'm dealing with this Queen of Swords energy, I'd want to be as clear, honest, and concise as I have to be in order to get my point across. I don't want to, I kind of like to be, let me see. I would want, it's an outside energy, I'd want to deal with her in a impartial way as possible and present my opinions and my thoughts like really, really concisely, really, really honestly. Otherwise, I can't get across. If it's like the new boss or something, if I'm blubbery, and normally we aren't, we're good, we're compassionate, caring, honest people, we're very meticulous, but with this type energy, if it's not me being called forward to use it, right, and it's me being called forward to be in front of it, the way I might get the job or the new partner is to be straightforward, honest, or whatever it is I'm going at or about. Like, what did they tell us about? Well, I can't get this card. I'm losing everything here. They just fell in my lap. Wait a minute here. I had my little words sitting there for you that I wanted to tell you, and they all fell down because I couldn't get the card off my table. It's stuck on my little plastic here. This next energy is why I was trying to get it across to us, because this is a Five of Pentacles energy. This usually, but I don't feel that this month, this usually means loss of monies, loss of, like no help. These people are freezing to death. Normally they're out in the snow. He has blood on his head and he's crippled and there's nowhere to turn. But we have that Queen of Swords and the Emperor and the World. And the card implies behind this is a church. There is light coming forth. All these people have to do is turn around and the help is there for them. All of the help that they need. So if I was, let's say, I'm trying to think of an example. I'm going for a bank loan and I get turned down somewhere and I want a new house, right? But we got the World card here. I'd have a backup plan. There'd be someone who can help me. The Queen of Swords energy, concise, honest. I approach her directly if I needed financial help or support. The light's there. She could help me, but I got to be honest, straightforward, very concise in my speaking. What is it I need to move forward, and it will be given to me. There's always another way. That's what this card tells me. There's always another way, because we have, before I dropped my word down there, sorry, I knocked it. It was that contentment word. We have the Fool is our final card. We have the end of a cycle and a brand new beginning, all in the same reading. This is contentment. This is flexibility. The Fool has his little dog beside him here. Let me see. Get that off. He has only his little sandwich in his bag and he's jumping off the cliff. So we have the end of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new cycling in here. It's amazing, Virgo, where we are listening to the beat of our own drummer. Everyone else in the world sees or contemplates the situation in a different perspective, totally from our own. But we are moving forward, and with that Five of Pentacles in there and the Queen of Swords energy, we have to be honest, straightforward, and we get what we want because of it, and we move forward if we present the situation honestly, clearly, concisely, right? Straightforward. If she's an outside energy. If she's not, and she is the Queen of Separation and Divorce, remember, she became stronger because of it. Stronger spiritually, more enlightened, like unbelievable. Now I lost my word down there. Freedom. That's what the card means. So what they're telling us is at this time, right, we have that Queen of Swords, facts and facts only. Weigh the facts, weigh the risk up here in my mind, and then proceed forward. So this is an emotional energy where I don't care what anybody else says. I hear the beat of my own drummer and I'm moving forward and I'm jumping off the cliff. Because we have Queen of Swords, right? We want to weigh it. And because of that Five of Pentacles, where's the risk? There's always another way, and I can have the fresh new start, new beginning. That word freedom in there, my one I lost here that fell on the floor, contentment, flexibility, these two cards together. If this was me breaking away from a marriage or something, I would be so excited. But with this, I'd weigh the risks and I'd evaluate and not walk away empty-handed, which can be that emotional component, like, I'm just getting the hell out and that's the end of it. No. No, 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 no. Fresh new start, new beginning. The end of the bad and the beginning of the good. So I would take whatever it is I was due, that was going to bring me that freedom, put me in balance, give me that fresh start. That Five of Pentacles energy in there tells me to weigh first. Weigh the consequences. Take what is my due. Be willing to turn around and find support from somewhere else if I need it. If this is like me breaking from one corporation to another, that Queen of Swords energy, if I approach it straightforward, I'm going to get hired and make good money. Way more money. I can't say where this is going to fall, but that the five energy is the energy kind of like change. I'm in the middle between the 0 and the 10, and I'm doing the balancing act, but the way forward is open. But with those other energies, weigh it, say what's the consequences and is it worth the risk? I believe it is, because it gives us that word. My contentment fell on the floor. The freedom, contentment. I shouldn't have sat my word up there. Oh well, freedom, contentment, flexibility, beauty back in my life. Finally, the balance I needed and was searching and looking for. Really, I think it's an excellent energy for us to go with this month. Remember that it's good for us to cooperate, but also remember that end thing. Whatever it is I'm investing, is it my money, is it my time, is it my, other resources I'm investing? Is it valuable for me to do it? Is it valuable? I think it's going to be a really interesting month for us. That was I don't know why I'm knocking everything down. I almost lost my little angel cards here off the table. I think this is going to be it. You can't make these angel cards up, Virgo. I don't know what's going on with us. But with that Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles in here, it's kind of interesting. I think it might be an argumentative thing that moves us forward. It says, see only love. I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me. That's pretty wild. It says, look past the seeming errors and mistakes and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. This is interesting. It's an interesting, very strange reading this month. I think it's good. I mean, I don't feel anything bad around it or disruptive. It's just like, how do I approach it? How do I evaluate it? Well, the facts, before I jump the gun and run off emotionally, kind of like half-cocked. It's the right move because we have the world at the end of the batter cycle and into the fresh, new, and the full. So weigh it out. I think it's going to be worth doing it. It says the angel, I don't know what it's going to be worth doing, but I know it's worth doing it. The angels gave you this card as a reminder to see yourself, others, and every situation through their eyes. When you focus on love, anything that's unloving falls away. It's like turning on a light to diminish the previous darkness. Call upon the angels whenever you need help to elevate your vision to a more loving vantage point. Look past the personality and the egos of the others. See the angel within them. The angel can help you with this if it seems difficult. Forgive, release anger, hurt, or judgments to the angels and affirm what you desire instead of what you fear. And that's the way the whole reading looks. You know, the whole thing looks like that. It's the end. I've went through the whole gamut of all of this stuff, and I deserve my freedom and my fresh start, right? It's kind of like all in the approach to it, Virgo. Well, that's our reading for this month, Virgo. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If you want to know more about me or just go neb about me, all of the information's down below the screen. If you want to set an appointment with me, all of the information to be able to do that is over at the website. The prayer class and the sutra classes, there's 2 short videos explaining them. They are over at the website now if you want to check them out. Prayer classes, the how-tos and why you format them the way you do for manifestation and stuff. It's 2.5 hours long. Sutras are thought forms you put in a simple meditation, 5 minutes a day. It's all it takes. It enhances the clear perceptions. Pretty amazing stuff. The other thing is, I want to thank you all. We have way over 20,000 subscribers now, and this marks me doing YouTube videos for 3 whole years and 30 years of doing readings. So I'm getting up there, Virgo. To all of you that I've met through doing these YouTube videos for 3 whole years, and to everybody I've met through 30 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to be able to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month and I won't drop all my words everywhere. Bye-bye.